Hello and welcome to episode 31 of They Tried to Bury Us on FM24. I'm Jamie. Coming up on today's episode, two games for you in the Vanarama National League. We'll be at home to Accrington Stanley and away to Hartlepool United. And as you can see, we come into it on the back of a long unbeaten run. So let's see if we can keep that going. And the team to face Accrington is coming up in just a moment. Okay, here is the team to face Accrington Stanley, and it is Herrick in goal, back four Fisher, Panzo, Mullen and Abdul Salem, Carr behind Bridge and Davis in midfield, Namai on the left, Chimaziri on the right, Ladapo up front. So let's submit the team and go and give a team talk. Okay, my assistant wants them to show everyone the recent praises justified and put on a real show. Why not? So let's go with pointed finger and agree with him. And let's get out there and see if we can grab the win. So as always, first 10 minutes we'll see how things go and only intervene if we need to. First highlight is a Bury highlight. Carr feeds Mullen onto Abdul Salem. Chimaziri clips it out to the left hand side to Namai. Namai still has it. Fisher crosses it in. The header off the post. And Ladapo is there to pop in the rebound. And it is Bury 1, Accrington Stanley 0. We've played 1 minute. So we're off to a great start. Can we build on that promising beginning and get a second goal? So I think the thing to do now is praise them. But this is an Accrington highlight. Lee with the he's winding up for a long throw-in. Headed away by Bridge, but only back to Lee. Finds Adams and they've worked it well. But it's offside and the highlight comes to an end. So the next move, I think, is going to be a demand more. But we've got another Bury highlight now, and it's Chimaziri to Abdul Salem. Crosses it in, and Namai clips the frame of the goal with the header, and the highlight comes to an end. Smith now for Accrington. Finds Adams. Smith again to Armitage. Lee gives it straight to Mullen, and Bury can break. Davis out to the left for Namai, crosses it in, and Ladapo applies the finish, and it is Bury 2, Accrington Stanley 0. We've played 20 minutes, and things are going well. So far, everything has worked according to plan. Sheehan with a free kick, and it's nodded down by Tommy Lee for Abu Adams to get Accrington back into the match. It's 2-1 and we need to be a bit careful, so I am going to demand more, and we will start looking at areas we could potentially be improving on in the second half. And I think I am leaning towards defensive substitutions rather than ones at the top end of the pitch. We've scored twice, and that's tipped over by the keeper. Sheehan with the right-footed corner for Accrington. Into the box, header away from Abdul Salem. Humes back in. Abdul Salem thumps it clear. Armitage forward though for Accrington to Humes. Davis, and the highlight comes to an end. And that will do it for the first half. It's Bury 2, Accrington 1 at the break. So, doing well. Definitely another gear though. And in terms of changes, in fact, Kelly Namai is tiring. So he's going to come off for Milenic Ali. And Tony Fisher is also tiring. So we'll put Panzo to left back. Or will we? Yeah, I think we will. And Fisher will come off for Hamoud. And I think for now that will do. Although Chimaziri isn't playing that well. So we could bring Brodie Pert on. In fact, I will. We'll make 3 changes. And let's go. Second half. And see if we can manage to see it out for a win. An early goal in the second half would definitely be welcome. So I'm going to demand more. Try and push for that goal as soon as possible. We definitely deserve it, looking at the match stats and in particular the XG. But you don't always get what you deserve in this game. So we are going to need to be a little bit careful. And it is Herrick with the goal kick to Hamoud. Forward to Bridge. Into Ali. He's given it away, but then intercepts the pass. Ali is surely fouled. Plays allowed to continue. And Accrington have it. But Hamoud is loose with the header. Mears. And the shot goes high and wide. And we've got away with that. So Easton with the Accrington free kick. But that's all the way through to Finlay Herrick in our goal. Bowls it out for Mullin. Forward to Davis and then on to Pert. Ladapo to Bridge, on to Ali. Ali pulls it back to the edge of the area and Pert shoots high and wide. Right, now it is going to be Bridge that's going to come off and Diallo to come on. And we've got just under 15 minutes to hold out. I think we might have one more sub available. If we do, it's going to be Davis. We do. And I'll bring on Wildman Armour to replace him. As we're into the last few minutes, Lee with a throw-in for Accrington. It's looking like a long one. He has gone long. Eastham heads it back to Lee though. And the shot is wide. Highlight comes to an end. We're into the last couple of minutes of the 90. How much added time is there? 4 minutes. So not too much. And hopefully we can hold out for a 2-1 win to take into the second match of today's episode. And that is exactly what's happened. Bury 2, Accrington Stanley 1. And I'll be back with the second match of today's episode in just a moment. Okay, time now for the second match of today's episode, and this time it is away to second placed Hartlepool United. Team for this one: Wright in goal, back four Fisher, Wildman Armour, Hamoud and Aguiman. McMahon Brown behind Bridge and Davis in midfield, Namai on the left, Chimaziri on the right and Ladapo up front. So let's submit the team and go and give a team talk. Okay, my assistant manager again is suggesting we need to show everyone the recent praise is justified. This time I'm going to disagree with him. We'll pump the fists. We're doing well, we're on a good run. Keep it going. And let's go. So, as always, first 10 minutes we'll see how things go and react accordingly. Hartlepool have had the better of the opening few minutes, but no highlights as of yet. Draw not a disaster in this game, given that they are, in fact they've just dropped down to third place on goal difference. Davis now with a throw-in, gets it back, crosses it in, and it's headed away, but only as far as Ayoma. Ayoma's cross, headed clear, but only to Taylor. Davis crosses it in and Aguiman very nearly puts past his own keeper. Namai brings it away and the highlight comes to an end. Massive scare, and Hartlepool consider themselves a little unlucky not to have taken the lead there. as Taylor finds Davis. And that's gone over Fisher. Thomas picks it up for Hartlepool. Deep cross and the header from Jack Archer off TJ Ayoma's cross makes it Hartlepool United 1, Bury 0. And it's hard to argue that they deserve that. They absolutely do. And that brings the gap at the top down to 5 points. So this is massive for Hartlepool. And we need to demand more. And we need to turn this around. Ladapo isn't having his finest game up front. Agyemang's playing poorly at the back. But they are by no means the only ones. It's a disappointing first half from Bury. And there is much work to do at half time when it is Hartlepool United 1, Bury 0. So into the dressing room. We have to be better. And we're going to need to make some changes. So AJ Bridge has to come off. He's shattered even though he's playing well. So Ryan Carr is the replacement there. Ladapo definitely coming off. And Sam Burns is going to make his return from injury. And I am also going to bring... In fact, what I'm going to do is put Kelly Namai to right wing, take Chimaziri off and bring on Milenik Ali. And actually, I think I'm going to take Kelly Namai off and bring on Brody Pert. So 4 changes at half time. And Tony Fisher is probably on borrowed time as well, but I am going to leave 1 substitution available for the second half. We are going to demand more. I'm not going to go attacking, not yet anyway. So we will see how the start of the second half plays out. Fisher with a throw in. Wildman Armour plays it to Davis, onto Ali, who's got away from his man, Milenik Ali, with the shot, and Archie Mayer with the save. So it's a corner. Ali to take it, right-footed in-swinger. Into the box, headed away. Wildman Armour finds Ali, into Carr. Back to Wildman Armour, his cross, headed away. Pert beaten to it. Agyemang picks up the loose ball and the highlight comes to an end. And I think Davis is going to have to come off. He is almost certainly not going to finish the 90. So we'll bring on Aidan Mullin. And I'll then move McMahon Brown forward. And confirm that change. So the 11 that are out there now are going to have to see the game through. It is still only 1-0. I am now going to go attacking with there only being 15 minutes to go. Pybus for Hartlepool comes forward down the left. Beats his man, gets the cross in. And it's over Fisher. Thomas crosses it back into the box, headed up rather than out. Pybus hits the crossbar, cleared to Ali, and the highlight comes to an end. So we'll demand more one last time with just over 10 minutes to go. Can we nick an equaliser from somewhere? It's not looking very likely. And Pybus now with a Hartlepool free kick into the area, headed away. Pybus again to Parks, loses the ball. It's played forward. Ali picks up the loose ball. Ali beats his man, goes for the curler, but it's high and wide, and the highlight comes to an end. Less than 5 minutes to go. Will there be another opportunity, there will, but it's for Hartlepool. And Sobowale plays it back. Robinson to Sobowale. Robinson. One back by Berry. Pert keeps going down the right wing. Brodie Pert still going. Can he get the crossover? Nobody lays it back for Agyemang, who can. And Milenik Ali has headed in a very late equaliser. 89 minutes gone. It's Hartlepool United 1, Bury 1. 5 minutes of added time. Is there going to be a late winner? And the answer to that is going to be no. There is the full-time whistle. Hartlepool United 1, Bury 1. I'll be back in a moment to show you the league table and to tell you what's coming up on the next episode. Okay, here is the league table. Following a win and a draw on today's episode, we are top of the table with 25 games played, 17 wins, 5 draws, 3 defeats and 56 points on the board. 8 clear of second placed Torquay United and third placed Hartlepool United. So let's have a look at when we're going to come back. And I wouldn't ordinarily show you an FA Cup tie, but we're through to the third round and we've drawn very high profile opposition in Brentford at home. So I'm going to show you that one, and I'll also show you the league game away at Gillingham. So if you've enjoyed that, please leave a nice thumbs up on there for me. Subscribe to the channel for daily Football Manager videos. Thank you very much indeed for watching, and goodbye.